You are exactly where you are supposed to be. What's up, my positive people? Hope you're doing well today. Make sure you give me a thumbs up if you like this video. But this is a very hard concept to wrap your head around, and it has definitely been hard for me to understand that wherever you are in life, no matter how unsatisfied you are or unhappy with where you are exactly where you're supposed to be. And this goes back to a video I made a few weeks ago about you having your own timeline. It's so true. And sometimes in the moment we forget that everything we go through is a lesson. And that's the whole purpose of me even making this video and saying what I'm saying, is everything you go through, no matter how ugly, how pretty, how awesome, how sucky it is, it's there for a purpose. And life would not be any fun if it was all sunshine and rainbows, if everything just went your way and everything you did, there was no challenges, there was no resistance. How strong of a person would you be? How much respect would you have for yourself and other people if no one had any struggles or adversity? That's the whole purpose. Even in the lowest moments, it's there to strengthen you. It's there to teach you something, to make you reveal a certain side of yourself that you didn't know before. So right now, where you are today is all part of your journey. When you look back in 20 years from now and you look back at this moment right now, whatever you're going through, this is supposed to happen. This isn't because you're dumb or you're making mistakes. I mean, you probably are making mistakes, but that's fine. There's no really true mistake that's going to stop you, only if you let it. So like, let's imagine that there's a film crew following you everywhere, documenting your whole entire life. Think about it. Right now, it just might be part of the film where you're struggling or where you're trying to figure things out, or maybe you're lost and confused. But that's just a scene of the movie. That's just a season of your life. That doesn't mean it's a permanent life sentence unless you let it. But everything is happening for a reason. I'm a big believer in that, like such a big believer in everything happens for a reason. Sometimes we get so caught up in the moment and we're so emotionally invested into who we are, which makes sense. We're emotional creatures, but we get so caught up in the day-to-day, minute-by-minute, activities and just life that we forget that it's not going to be like this forever. It's not going to be like this. It's going to be totally different in 6 months or less. Or think back to who you're going to be, or who you were a year ago or 2 years ago or 5 years ago. You're probably not even concerned or thinking about the things that you were stressed out about in the moment. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, like let's say you get fired from a job today. Today it's horrible. Next week it's horrible. Next month it's horrible. But when you look back in a year, 2 years, 5 years, you're going to look back and say, who cares? It was just part of the whole process. That shaped me into who I need to be. And that's exactly the perspective that can help you get through some of these moments or some of these periods of life that are harder than others. And honestly, this brings a certain peace and calmness, excuse me, about you. Like, you won't have so much anxiety and stress if you can think through this lens. And I would consider this a skill. Like, this isn't something, we're not born with this kind of perspective. And this is kind of like something like a very wise person would tell you. And that's actually why I'm making this video. I've heard people say these kind of things, is that wherever you are in your life, literally wherever you are, it doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter what you look like, financially where you're at, this is all perfect. It's exactly what it's supposed to be. Like, when we go through, I noticed, I used to think a little bit different. I would read an autobiography from some successful person, and they like summarize events in their life, and I'm like, wow, I need to do that and do this and do that, and I'm comparing like my experiences and my journey to theirs, and it just doesn't work that way. You could definitely learn from people's journeys and their experiences, but you have to go through your own. Like, you literally have to go through your own. And sometimes it feels like it's very slow and nothing's happening, but that is just part of it. That literally is part of it. It doesn't matter. It might not make sense to you right now, but it will make sense one day. But anyways, hopefully I was able to explain this message in a way that makes sense and resonates with you. And if you enjoy this and you think somebody else could benefit from it, please send it to them. And subscribe to my channel, because I'll be posting more videos like this. And I'm actually gonna keep doing this for a long time, and I really want to level up the videos and make this more entertaining, engaging, and more valuable. So thanks, love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.